fate of the universe lies on your shoulders. Now, whatever you do, don't push this button. Because that will set off the bomb immediately, and we'll all be dead. Repeat back what I just said.
I am Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone. Try again.
I am Groot.
Mm-hmm.
I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
No!
Initiate vigilante mode.
What's up, guys? Hope you all had a really good week. Mine was actually surprisingly pretty good. Although I feel like I have a little cold coming on. It's getting like really cold outside, so sorry about like the raspiness or whatever. Oh yeah, wanted to make sure to represent my hero box shirt. Anyway, today what we're talking about is this onslaught of trailers that we've had in the last like week or two. It's just been like a bevy of trailers, and I just kind of wanted to address some of them. A couple other things like involving kind of some light movie news. So let's get started. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This was the second teaser trailer. This film was again directed by James Gunn. This trailer was fantastic. I thought it was a really good representation of like where this franchise is going. It definitely has that same kind of like lighthearted tone as the first one. It's just going to give you a little bit more than the first one, like everything you got in the first one and more. This whole Baby Groot phenomenon, I mean, he's so entertaining to watch. I can't tell you how many times in the past like week I've just like repeated that whole first scene in my room in solitude. It's still Vin Diesel, so I mean, I guess they're just modulating the voice and it just sounds really cool and interesting. So really excited to see where that goes. I love that bit at the end with Mantis and Drax. We're going to see a little bit more about, you know, Star-Lord's relationship with his father, which they've changed from the comics, so it's Ego the Living Planet. You know, I'm not like a slave to the lore on this one, so I'm excited to see what happens, and it's Kurt Russell playing this, you know, his father, so let's see what we get. Trailer number 2, Baywatch. Who would have thought that actually this movie looks like it's going to be fun? Now, I mean, from the beginning, from the announcement of this trailer, I won't say excited about it, but I was open to it because I just think that in this generation of all these reboots, it's a property that I actually think could be done well now with like more modern sensibilities and cinematic standards, and I think that they have a really good cast for it. Dwayne Johnson, Zac Efron, these two both have great comedic chops, and I think we're going to get a movie that's kind of like similar to like the 21 Jump Street movies and, you know, some of the other comedy stuff that both of these actors do independently. So I think it's actually going to be a pretty good combination of elements. Don't take it too seriously, and it doesn't look like it is. The Red Band trailer, I think, is the probably better representation of what this movie's really going to be. So I would check that trailer out. The Mummy. And for those who know me, I am a huge Tom Cruise fan. Say what you will about his personal life and Scientology and blah blah whatever. He's crazy, he's gay, he's this, he's that. I think he's a great actor, and I think he's one actor that I can think of who I can say consistently gives every single project that he's in his all, even if it's not a great movie. I love the Brendan Fraser Mummy, and I even appreciate the Boris Karloff Mummy, but I think that it's time that we get a new kind of, you know, iteration, and I think it'll be cool to see the Universal generate their own cinematic universe. I think that it is a little bit of a trend right now. I am not personally sick of seeing them bring, and combine and cross over characters from franchises, and I think that it's like really cool to have high-profile actors like Tom Cruise, like Russell Crowe, who you see in the trailer who's playing Jekyll. You're going to have Johnny Depp play the Invisible Man. I think it's going to be really cool to see some of those actors act together, for the first time. I think it'd be really awesome to get like Will Smith in there. I'm really excited to see Sofia Boutella play this version of the Mummy. We got a female Mummy. The trailer is a little bit eerie, you know, it's got an eerie feel to it. So as long as they kind of balance like that Tom Cruise action movie with the horror elements, I will be a satisfied customer. War of the Planet of the Apes. Now this is the third act of this trilogy that we've seen from Rupert Wyatt, who directed the second two films. It's escaping me who directed the first one right now. This trailer probably was the most, probably the darkest of trailers. out of all of the trailers that I'm discussing today. And I really, really liked this trailer. I thought that it had this sense of grit that I want to see, the progression of the tone from where we were in the last two films. And I just think that Andy Serkis brings this character to life in such a beautiful way, you know, using his sort of physicality, but then to have the, you know, artists, the digital effects artists, I think from Weta, just animate over what he's doing expressively and emotionally and all of that. And I'm just really excited to see where this goes. Now, in the trailer, you also see Woody Harrelson, and I love Woody Harrelson, you know, and I don't really see him play villains that often. I'm sure he has. Maybe it's just escaping me right now. But I'm excited to see him in this movie, and some of those shots that you have of him and Caesar just squaring off look fantastic. It just has like this sense of grit and that the war is finally here, you know, like it's finally escalated to that point. Last but not least, certainly not least, and I guess you could say probably my favorite of the trailers, it's the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer. I mean, I love Spider-Man, and I think that this trailer really captures the tone of Spider-Man that I have been kind of waiting to see since the Sam Raimi films, because I thought that those first two Sam Raimi movies really captured Spider-Man in like the most earnest and sincere of ways, and I think that we're kind of getting back to that now, because I thought that the Amazing Spider-Man series just took it to this level of darkness that I don't really feel like it needed to go. It was a cool experimental thing. I appreciate the first one. The second one was such a muddled mess where the tone was just all over the place. And I think that the Marvel Cinematic Universe kind of like shepherding this project is really going to give this movie the pomp and circumstance that it deserves, and I think you really get that with this trailer. You know, the action looks really great. It looks like it's a lot of fun. You get that John Hughes feeling that they've said that they're gonna try to put into this movie. These young actors, they look like they're having fun. They're fresh faces, so we're not like jaded with all these performers. I'm just excited to see how this kind of affects the future movies of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I love seeing Michael Keaton in this. I think it's kind of ironic how he went from Batman to Birdman, and then going on to continue his legacy of great acting in a diverse kind of spectrum of roles. So, you know, the Vulture's probably my least favorite villain, but I'm really excited to see what they do with it here. I'm not in love with the costume, but I don't really care as long as like it justifies the look of the character in the circumstances in the movie. It looks like the Liz Allen character, this girl here, she's more of like a central figure of like kind of Peter's affections. And we all, I think, before were speculating that that Zendaya's role was going to be the bigger role in the film. So I think that that's fascinating to see. I'd love to see this diversity in the film. Everybody thought that Zendaya was going to play Mary Jane, including myself, but it looks like she's playing this other character, Michelle Gonzalez, who is actually more of like a reporter who does have a love affair with Peter, but she's more, I think, going to be like on the trail of like trying to find out his secret identity. If she's not Mary Jane, then all you haters out there, shut up! You don't have a black girl playing, you know, a notoriously white character, so now there's nothing to complain about, right? I love seeing Robert Downey Jr. in it, and I think this movie is going to be a lot of fun. The Fast and the Furious 8 trailer come up, I think that's Monday. I believe the film is called The Fate of the Furious. Kudos for probably one of the more inventive titles. Let's see what we get. And lastly, I just wanted to express my excitement of Rogue One. I kind of can't control myself. I am staying away from every piece of like marketing or TV spot or anything I see on YouTube. I'm clicking skip ad because I don't want to see anything more. I've seen everything I want to see that I need to see. I'm hearing some like rumors about some cameo stuff, and I'm just like turning away from those like ads and thumbnails because I just don't want to know. I just don't want to know. I want to go in fresh. You know, somebody ruined The Force Awakens for me when I was standing outside of the theater with my friend, and they told me, you know, the big spoiler at the end of the film. I was like furious about that. Like I have my friends that I'm gonna go see it with, but I am putting in headphones until the movie starts, because like literally I don't want to hear a damn thing. I don't want to hear a damn thing. So I am just so excited to see this movie and see like where Star Wars is going with this also expansion of their cinematic universe with these standalone films. So okay, what did you guys think? Which was your favorite trailer out of all of these trailers that have come out this past week or two? If I had to pick one, I'm gonna have to give it to Spider-Man Homecoming, I'm going to have to give it to them, with a close second being Guardians of the Galaxy 2, probably then followed by the War of the Planet of the Apes trailer, then Baywatch, then The Mummy. What's your list? Why don't you leave it down below? And we've hit 100 subscribers, yay! Thank you. It doesn't stop here, guys. I still need continuing support because I am going to start a Patreon soon, which is going to kind of collect donations. And I'll be more specific about where that money, if any, that is donated, is going to go to, because it's only going to be fueling the company. I'm not going to use it for personal use. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to Vigilante Mode Reviews. Until next time.
Vigilante mode deactivate.